everyone, I'm Jerry, and today in this video, I'm going to give you an overview on the Breville Barista Touch. This is the best home espresso machine that I have found, so let's get started. So before we head out to mountain bike in the morning, we usually have a fresh cup of espresso. We're going to go over this machine. I'm going to show you exactly what we do in our morning ritual. The Barista Touch is a single boiler espresso machine with a built-in grinder. So far, I've been really impressed with this machine. It's pretty easy to use, and I can typically get a consistent cup of espresso every time I use it. One of the things that really impressed me, and one of the reasons I picked out this machine, is you can grind the beans, brew the espresso, and steam the milk all in about under 2 minutes. All right, guys, so let's jump in and get started. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to turn on the machine. We have the power button at the top. It'll say power, so I'm just going to press that, hold it for a few seconds, and you can hear what it sounds like when it's powered up. Now we're going to go to the built-in grinder. The built-in grinder is on top, and your cover just comes off, and you just fill your beans right in the top. So when I'm filling them, I just kind of move them around to get them even. I found sometimes when I move them around, it just helps them get a little more down in the machine instead of laying on top. Just kind of make that nice and even. And then you'll want to put your cover back on. So next you have your portafilter. It comes with 4 baskets. 2 of them are a single basket. 1 is a double shot basket, and the other basket is for fresh ground coffee. So this is what the baskets look like. And I already have the basket for the fresh ground coffee in the portafilter. So I'm going to show you real quick here how to change out the baskets in the portafilter. So you're going to unscrew the back of it. Be careful, that's going to come right off. And then you're just going to take a butter knife and you're just going to kind of pop that out. Another important thing is you'll want to take this apart about once a week and clean that. So whenever you choose your basket that you're going to use, you're just going to put it right back in. You're going to come here and you're just going to screw this right back on. And that is how you're going to change the basket in the portafilter. All right, folks, so there's your portafilter. Next, we're going to talk about the tamper. I'm going to show you how to use the tamper whenever we make some espresso, but right now I'm going to show you where it sits on the machine. So this is your tamper. There's a little magnet there that just lets it set up there. So let me show you. You can just pull that out when you're ready. And then whenever you're done using your machine and you want to store it, you can put it right back there. I'll tell you something, I didn't realize that was there till a few weeks after I had the machine. I was storing it right on top. So just kind of make note that you have that there. That's a nice place to keep your tamper. Next, I'm going to show you the drip tray. Brewing espresso can be a little messy. You might have some overflow on the machine. This tray is going to catch the water. You just pull it out right here. And then another little tip is you have a tray that kind of stores behind there. That's where I keep my cleaning tablets. So I'm just going to put that tray right back in and put the drip tray right back in. And then whenever your drip tray is full of water, there's going to be a yellow sign that kind of pops up that says to empty your drip tray. You'll know right away when you see that. Now, something else that's really, really important about this drip tray is you just want to be sure to not put it in the dishwasher. You're only going to want to hand wash your drip tray. And then you also have this small area here. You can put some things there. I usually keep the razor tool and then the stirrer there as well. And the next thing I want to talk about on here is your steam wand. Your steam wand cups up and down. I'll show you in the video a little later whenever we actually make a latte, how that's going to fit into the milk frother. But the nice thing about the steam wand, whenever you're done using it and you bring it down, it's going to clean itself. Whenever you do a detailed cleaning, you'll take it apart. I'll do a video on that a little later and I'll show you how to take that apart and clean that in detail. Next, I'm going to show you the water tank. The water tank is on the back here. I'm going to actually turn the machine around a little bit and show you that. It's going to be hard to see if I don't do that. So you can see it's going to tell you, let me turn it a little bit more here for you. It's going to have some different lines. One says minimum, the other says descale, the other one says maximum. I usually fill it once or twice a week. I'm going to show you how to fill that right now. You're just going to bring your handle and bring it back. And then you're going to want to fill it with water. Be sure to use filtered water in this. The reason is it's just going to extend the life of your machine. You don't want calcification to build up. You want to keep your machine as clean as possible. There's also a filter down in here. The nice thing about the machine is the machine's going to tell you when you need to change your filter, but just be sure, always use filtered water in the machine. Then you're just going to cover that right back. And that's going to be how you fill the water reservoir in the machine. So on the side, you also have a grinder size that you can choose. You can choose to have your beans grounded a little more fine or a little more coarse. I found I like a little more fine better. The coarser beans just didn't feel like the brew came through them. Whenever I started the water, the brew didn't come through them as well as they did whenever it was on fine. So I opt for it to be a little more of a finer grind. Another quick tip, whenever you're picking out which beans you want to grind for your espresso machine, I found the darker roast beans make a little bit of a better latte. If that's something that you're going to be making a lot of, I'd probably opt for a darker roast just to get a little bit more of a robust flavor in your lattes. So next I'm going to show you the touch screen. The touch screen, or I should say the machine, it already has some built-in drinks set in there for you. You can just scroll across and you can see what they have there. And the nice thing about this machine, you can make your own setting. So I had my own drink setting that I liked. My husband had his own that he liked, and you can see that we have two settings there for us. So I'm just going to kind of scroll back to the beginning here. And then one other quick thing I'm going to show you here is if we see this wheel here, that's going to be what you're going to use whenever you clean the machine. I'm going to make a different video that shows you in depth how to clean the machine, but that's just a little FYI here on where you're going to go to clean the machine. So I'm just going to X out of that. And that's a little overview of your touch screen on this machine. All right, guys, so let's get started and let's make a cup of espresso. So the first thing I do is I take the tamper out and I just kind of lay that to the side. All right, so next we're going to take our portafilter and we're going to fit it right in the slot that's going to let us grind. Now, when you get to this screen, keep in mind, you can change your settings here. We have grind, brew, and we have add milk. So let's say you want to grind the beans for 15 seconds instead of 12. You can see I have it set on 12. You're just going to tap your 12. And you're going to adjust from there. You're going to increase it or decrease it. I like it where I have it set. I'm just going to leave it 12. Oh, one other quick thing. You can also change it to a double shot there if that's what you want to do. So I accidentally hit the grind. We're just going to show you how that grinds right now. So I accidentally hit the grind. That kind of shows you how the grind works. But let's say you want to change your grind settings. I'm going to show you why we're here. It's set for the grind setting 3. That's a little bit of a finer setting. You can change that right there if you want it coarse. You can change your brew right here. And then you can change your milk setting. I actually have a latte setting. I'm going to go into that setting to show you what I do with the milk. But on the brew, you can do that as well. You can actually set it to brew for 12 seconds, 40 seconds. You can change all of that here. So making espresso can get a little messy. I usually use a paper towel for the next step. You're just going to take your tamper and you're going to just be gentle and just kind of get the coffee grinds in there. I'm sorry, the coffee beans that are ground in here. And then you're going to take your razor. And when you do that, that's just going to get anything extra off of there. And then let me show you a little tip. See how I have some coffee grounds there? I just kind of do that just to make it nice and neat. But that's going to be how you use your tamper and your razor. So the next step is we're going to brew our espresso. What we're gonna do next is put the portafilter in and lock that into place. I'm gonna show you how to do that. So your portafilter just fits here. Take it a little to the left-hand side. You'll feel it kind of go in place. And then you're gonna turn it. It's gonna be locked in place. You're gonna take your espresso cup. I got these espresso cups off of Amazon. There'll be a link below if you like these. You're gonna put that right under the brew. You just wanna make sure that's lined up. You don't want espresso brewing everywhere. So now we're ready to brew. We're gonna go back into that espresso setting we were in. Now I know we already kind of talked about it, but I just wanna hit again on the brewing. You can opt to do a double if you'd like to do that. So I'm gonna hit brew here and show you what happens. All right, so we are starting to brew. I could tell my cup was a little off. Just move that over. And here we go. So what you're gonna do after this, I always remove my cup first. I don't wanna accidentally spill it. Just gonna take the cup out. To unlock this, you're just going to move it a little to the left and it's gonna come right down. Normally I put these in the trash or the trash right away. So let me clean that real quick here. Then after I've put them in the trash, I just kind of rinse out. So I don't like to put the coffee grounds down the garbage disposal. I've been told that it can clog your garbage disposal over a certain amount of time. So every once in a while I might do it if I'm having a quick day, but I try not to. All right guys, so you got two options from this point. You can drink this lovely espresso just the way it is. You might want to add a little sugar, a little syrup, or you can opt to make a latte. My husband normally drinks it like this. I do a latte, so I'm going to show you that next step. So you're going to want to pull out your milk frothing pitcher. In the milk frothing pitcher, when you look down, you're going to see two lines. I normally fill it up to the second line. I use almond milk, soy milk, whatever we have. So I'm going to fill that up now. I usually just tip it up a little bit so I can see those lines. Just turn it around. And then you just want to be sure not to go over the line. If you go over the line, the milk is going to foam over it. You're gonna have a great big mess down here, so just don't do that. All right, guys, so we're gonna go back to our espresso. The nice thing after this, I'm gonna show you how you can save this setting if you wanna make this into a latte. We're gonna do add milk. I'm just going to lift the steam wand. I'm gonna put the pitcher on here, bring the steam walk back down, and you want to make sure that your milk frother is sitting on the sensor because that's how it's going to heat up. So I want to do a little closer shot to show you how to put the milk frother pitcher on the machine. It's really quite simple. It's already on there, but I'm just going to show you. You're just going to kind of do this and bring your steam wand down and put it on the pitcher at the same time. Make sure that your pitcher is on the sensor. That's going to give you your heat. Then I'm going to do some hot milk. And this screen is kind of where you can set some of your settings. Let me get a little closer and show you how to set the temperature. Now I'm up close here so you can kind of see what I'm doing. To turn this espresso into a latte, you're going to want to come back to your main screen and you're going to want to do hot milk. So I'm on my milk screen and let's say I want to change the temperature. I'm just going to hit temperature and go up or down. So that's kind of nice. I'm going to set it to 110. I'm going to hit the temperature. And now this is frothing. take that off the machine, I just kind of lift the wand and the frothing jug out at the same time. Now when I put this wand down, watch how it's going to clean itself. But you'll still just kind of want to come in and wipe this wand off. And just kind of wipe down here. There you go. So guys, next I'm going to show you how to add your own setting or save your own private drink on this. You're going to come to the main screen and you're going to come over and you're going to click Add New. So you're just going to pick what you want to do. I'm going to go over a little scenario. Let's say we want to do espresso. We can say if we want to do a double shot. We can say how long we want to brew that. I can bump that up to 45 seconds. I can select a personal icon. I'm just going to I'm going to go through one and show you here. I'm going to select the last icon here. You can name it whatever you want. So I'm going to name this as just as ESP for espresso. And I'm going to click the check mark. And when you come out here, you can see we have just a plain espresso setting. So you can do that with any drinks that you like. I've made one for myself. My husband made one for himself. And there's the one that we just showed you how to create. So that's a little overview on how you can make your own drink recipe on here. Next, I'm going to show you just how to mix up your latte. I have my milk, I have my espresso, and I have this nice big cup here. I'm going to start with my espresso. I'm going to put that in really gently. Next, I'm going to take my milk. Just going to add that in. We want to put that, do it slow. You want the foam in last. If I have any syrup, I normally use just a teeny bit. I'm going to go ahead and put that in here. I'm going to skip that part for now, but then you're going to take your wand, your stir wand, and you can just kind of mix that around however you like. See, I'm kind of making, you can't see it real well, but I'm kind of making like some designs there. Now it's ready to drink. All right, folks, there you have it. There's a review of the best home espresso machine. This is the Breville Barista Touch. Check out the description below. There's going to be a link there that you can purchase this actual machine. If you have any questions, just leave us a comment and we'll get back in touch with you. Don't forget to click subscribe.